We'll just start it with that. Hey, hello, lovelies, and welcome back to Mama G Gear. Mama G here, and
Dr. Rusty Blades.
Not a real doctor.
Do you know what we're doing today?
Well, I usually dye yarn, but today we're going to dye hair. Okay.
We're going to dye hair, and we've got some stories for you.
Yeah, we just figured dye hair and story time.
And then we got a couple other random ideas we wanted to talk about because we were talking about them. I want to point out that we opened a little bit because we do sometimes we remember to do a screenshot before we start filming, and her camera has a 3-second countdown.
Sometimes. And
for whatever reason, you put a countdown, and she just starts doing like it's the reaction to that is just really fun.
I don't know how to. I'm uncomfortable on the side of the camera, to be honest with you, which is weird because I worked and I was a photographer, and my boss used to love taking photos of me, and I'm like, don't do it.
You do much better with video than you do camera, which is interesting.
Now, but when I used to take pictures of all those rock stars, I was better.
Puffball.
Yeah, doesn't her hair look great? That's just natural. Oh my gosh.
I was actually making fun of my hair right now, but
it looks cute. I love it. That's all natural curly.
So while we were
it's naturally curly. That's from Snoopy, Lucy.
While we were getting her hair set up, I was mentioning about I said about going to beauty school, and Mama G was, because I was originally going to go to, I had contemplated going to school for hairdressing. I've always been messing with my hair. I've always been cutting my own hair. I cut their hair really well way back in the day,
10 years old.
10 years old, cutting hair, fixing other haircuts. And I mentioned, I was like, I can thank Dad for not going to hairdressing school. And I may have told her this in the past, and doesn't remember.
Yeah.
Also, do you like my Pig Destroyer shirt? I can make it scream.
Oh my God. Nick Cage.
And I mentioned that, and they were like, "Oh, what do you mean?"
I didn't.
They didn't know that when I was contemplating schools, and I told my dad I might want to do hairdressing, he actually took me to a hairdressing salon, and I got to talk to a bunch of hairdressers, learn about what they like, what they don't like. And afterwards had a very nice, long conversation with me about how...
He did.
He did. About how if I went to school for hairdressing, that's what I'm going to have to be. If I went to school for business and I decided I wanted to be a hairdresser when I got out of school, I could then open up a salon, manage it, whilst I was getting my hairdressing credentials.
I think that's wonderful.
Is exactly what I did. And I learned...
Well, you didn't open the hairdressing.
No, I went to school for business, and I learned while I was in school for business, especially when I went to that more prestigious school, that I really don't want to listen to wealthy people complain my whole life. And that's kind of what a good hairdresser has to do.
Yeah.
So I didn't go to school for hairdressing,
but
and
she does a good job.
Start doing my own.
Oh, she does a fabulous job.
But I was talking about how we were going to set up doing her hair, and she was like, "Oh, it's very hairdresser talk happening."
Yeah,
this is really pretty purple.
Yeah, she's going to ombre it.
Ombre. So we're going to be doing. This is the medium purple. We're going to be doing this, and we're using 3 different dyes, so this should be fun to see which one washes out most.
Yeah.
We're going to do medium purple here, fading to the darker purple on the bottom, which these two I've seen before, and then we're trusting Mama G that this is in fact super light purple, and we're doing her bangs. So
the whole top of my head.
Speaking of bangs, let's talk about my favorite, you're never going to forget it, Universal Balance and yellow bangs. Anyone that remembers the yellow bangs video?
Remember when I did that? It was actually neon green
of what it was supposed to be.
Aero brand.
You can take your hand out.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what you're doing, but being in my way.
I'm being in your way. What else is new, right? I'm following you around the house, being in your way. But I had, I normally don't listen to her advice about, blow drying it and dampening it, and, all that stuff. I just, whatever. And so it washes out of my head pretty quickly. And this is for because we got some new subscribers too. So
some of you know the story already, but
you could look in the thumbnails and you'll see a thumbnail with me with
doing this.
Yeah,
next to me outside.
So I use this neon green as my bangs. And I normally don't dye my bangs, but if I do, it's maybe like a light orange or whatever. So I normally don't do an intense color on my bangs. So I said, I'll just put neon green. It'll be cool. And I did. I listened to her and I blew it dry and
It's really thick.
and all that kind of stuff. And anyway, it was yellow like the color of your urine if you took an overabundance of vitamin B, water-soluble vitamins.
When I got the phone call from her, she was like, dude.
Oh my God. So I got to do
I
something.
made a mistake. I need your help.
It was horrible. So if you haven't seen that video, just go. You don't have to watch a video. Just go look at the picture because it was
so I get
horrible.
migraines.
And it wouldn't go away. I tried washing it. I tried dyeing over it.
Yes, which proves that the blow drying works.
It works, exactly.
When she called me and then came to my house, like I have migraines and whatnot, so like I'm soft yellow lighting. But other than this big bright thing over here,
that's only for filming.
For filming, it's very dim lit in my house.
Yes.
All the time.
Yeah.
And
almost a orange.
Yes.
Light.
So that kind of counteract what the bangs kind of looked like. So I was like, oh, it's not that bad.
No.
And then she walks outside, or I think I walked. Yeah,
we went outside to video.
We went outside to video,
so she could fix
and
it.
I turned around and was like, oh boy,
put your sunglasses
out
on.
here. Yeah, so,
you needed sunglasses to look at my bangs.
Yeah,
that's how
funny.
bad it was.
But that did prove that it makes it last a lot longer.
And it literally had to grow out. It wasn't even like after a period of time it slowed down or mellowed out.
Well, if she wouldn't have mind having blue bangs, blue would have counteracted that pretty easily, but that would have been
I was afraid
intense.
with the blue because of the I have
I totally get it. It's not
rings under my eyes and that would just really
so I think I try to combat it with like a pinkish.
Yeah, we tried doing a pinky orange.
It made it to like a weird orangey kind of color.
It was just
but
it was a big mistake. And it literally had to grow out.
Universal balance.
I learned my lesson. See, even when you're old like me, you still learn lessons in life. You got to listen to the people that know the right information and follow it, which I will do with this. But this is kind of cool because we're going to do an ombre. I've never done an ombre. Usually it's multicolored. And I thought, well, we got these different shades.
It's all going to be purples.
Each one is a different company. So it'll look cool and it'll look like yarn with the ombre. And then we also find out, how well each of these products hold up against one another. Yeah.
The company we were using doesn't seem to hold up like it used to.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the last large order that we made with the company that we normally use, I don't know whether they changed something in their product or whatever.
I was actually going to reach out and ask them. Just to
might be worth it to do that because, and it wasn't like just one color. It was all the colors that we bought.
Like you can see
they faded
the
so
red,
quickly.
This red's still holding, but I don't remember which red that is because this other red isn't holding. And I don't wash my hair that often, so like this was just like legit like fading out of my hair.
Yeah, mine was.
I mean, I was
I'm in
trying
the sun,
not to, but like
no, it wouldn't be me though. I'm never in the sun, so I literally within 2 washings, it was like a total. Started to really fade very, very quickly. So I know this purple that she's put, I can go a little sideways. That purple she's putting is Pravada.
Yeah, this stuff, it hits your hair. Yeah. Your hair is dyed.
Yeah.
You do not make things, like with the other one, I'm going to not touch her hair because I have it on my head. If I accidentally made a fingerprint, I could literally just kind of blend it and it would spread. Whereas this, like, look at that.
That would be
dyed.
That's already dyed.
Dyed.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah, you have to really work in the other color.
Actually, I'll show you this. That's why I'll start at the tip. I'll add some, and then without putting more on my hands, I slowly work it up. So that you can see how what I'm touching on the bottom is starting to come off a little bit into my gloves and going onto the top. And that's how you're going to get that effect, but not have it be like a straight line.
Yeah.
And back to story spin.
It blends.
So I have a fun story. When we first moved here, Craig and I, we had, we're getting kind of set up and whatever, and I forget what we were doing that day, and Craig went through this little phase. He hasn't worn them in a while, but where he was wearing shorts with his like camo leggings underneath. We dress however we want.
Yeah.
So it was an interesting look. And I only bring this up because the thin material of the leggings is an important key to part of the story. So then he comes in, and we had only had Hamish at the time, kneels down on the floor in front of the couch and is all lovey-dovey on Hamish.
Oh, he loves dogs.
Gets up, and there's a red spot on the ground. Oh no. What is this red spot, you might ask? I don't have lipstick. I don't do nail polish. We have no idea what this is. So Craig comes in here, gets something to clean it, and he kneels down and cleans the spot. Stands up. Oh, there's another red spot. So, I don't know how we missed this one. So he kneels down. I told her this yesterday. That's why she's laughing. So he kneels down and cleans it. Gets up. Oh,
there's another red spot.
That's about when we realized that Craig's knee was bleeding, and it was bleeding through his thin pants.
So he kept kneeling down, backing up, and making another blood
spot. And we laughed.
Oh, that is classic. That's a classic Craig. Yeah, really, he's so sweet.
Yeah,
we got to get him to be more a part of the videos.
Yeah, he's most likely going to be more background. You'll hear him kind of like Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron.
I didn't make the sock puppet yesterday, but I was going to, so that Aaron could be sock puppet on our channel.
Yeah, she would prefer not to be filmed, which I understand. A lot of people are intimidated or uncomfortable, I guess is the word.
This one. That's me telling her what bobby pin to take out so I can get my next section. This fade is really nice, though. I think this is going to be good.
Want me to turn so people can see?
It's going to be harder to kind of tell. Oh, yeah, you can kind of tell. Oh, it's darker on the bottom.
Yes, and I've been, instead of using the cheap dollar...
Your hair feels so much better.
Because my hair is very thin. I don't have much of it. Massive breakage.
You're not going to cut your big cut now, right? Because that's going to change this whole ombre.
No. If this looks good, then I won't cut.
Okay, just making sure, because if you cut it,
ruins the whole concept of what we're doing. Yep. Yeah, no, if this works... What she's talking about is that I was ready just to cut my hair because it just is so crappy. But instead we're going to try, and I'm using like this C something, C like SEA. It smells minty. It's some kind of expensive shampoo and a little bit better of a conditioner. And then she had given me a hair mask that I'll try. I haven't tried that yet. And I'm going to see if doing that is going to make my hair look better because
trusting you.
Because it's nasty. It's just really bad. I've always had yucky hair, you know. And yeah, we're also going right to the scalp on this.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trusting you. I've never used this dye before. No, it looks like it's going to be pretty light.
Yeah, I think I put a little bit on. I think it really just made my gray have a purple tint, you know.
I'm not doing this the proper way where I like separate it, but that's because we're doing so much of her head.
Yeah, we're doing.
And if I don't get that spot, but I get that spot all the way to the root, it's just going to give it more dimension anyway.
Or I'll look like I have a bald spot.
I'll give you more dimension. That's what happens with highlights.
All right, I'm trusting you to know.
That's highlights.
Because you're the hairdresser in this make-believe world that we live in. Yeah, so now she's going to be putting actually 3 different colors in my hair.
Yeah.
So this top one is Arctic Fox, which is what a lot of people use. Well, actually, the person that was going to dye Scruffy's hair rainbow. Well, Scruffy's my little Morky. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get together. Again, it's difficult sometimes. We all have lives. And we weren't able to get together for the month of June. So, and also the man that lives in my house is not very happy about the fact that I'm talking about dyeing the dog's hair. And what we decided, instead of doing the rainbow, because now we do rainbow all year round, but it's like wearing black and orange right after, Halloween, or Christmas sweater after Christmas. So, if that makes sense. And we're going to do the purple here for me, and the Arctic Fox is what that dog groomer, uses to dye the dog's hair. So I figured this will work out where I'm I'm going to do the ombre
it's like
purple.
full vegan and all that. No
all of them are.
ammonias.
I don't know about the Pravana, but I know the Ira. I believe the Ira is also. I think all of it is
Pravana-
non-cure.
Pravana that sticks immediately to the hair, I can guarantee you is not vegan.
Oh, okay. Because the other one, I think the Arrow is.
I think you're correct.
But anyway, so I'm going to do the purple ombre, and then since we'll see how this Arctic works, and I'll maybe do Scruffy's tail and maybe her hair. I don't know, not the whole body, but maybe I might just dye her tail, because she doesn't like me to brush her. She's not really thrilled about being groomed, which is terrible because she's got regular hair. She's a Morkie, which is the heck is she? She's a Yorkie Terrier and a Maltese. And we rescued her from Pennsylvania.
Well, since we're talking about Craig stories,
Yeah.
Mama G, for quite some times, basically only thing she wore was those wraparound hippie skirts, right?
Oh, yeah. I
So
lived in those.
if she was coming over,
wraps that I
especially if we
sell.
were going to be doing something, she was going to be wearing one of those.
Yeah.
So Craig comes running up
lived
to me
in
and he
those.
goes, "Hey, can I borrow one of your wraparound skirts so when she shows up, I can be like, same thing?" So I have a few pictures of Craig first off spinning
Yeah.
in this dress, and then there's one where he's like standing halfway through the yard, and then Mama G's behind her car door laughing, and you can see her little skirt.
That I'm in
at
the same
bottom, and
skirt.
doing the
Yeah,
same
we're
thing.
both wearing the same outfit, different different designs.
Because
but same
clothing
thing.
does not have genders, and you can
No.
wear whatever you want.
Not at all. I actually was just watching a documentary on Turner Classic. Well, it was a documentary, and it was talking about other things, but then they were talking about, and I thought this was interesting, and I'm it's just popping in my head, so you know how my brain functions a little bit different, but they were doing like Marlena Dietrich when I don't remember the movie, but she's dressed in a suit and the hat and in like a tuxedo, man's pants and stuff, and she's performing for people, and no one ever. They were even saying this in there, is that that was totally like acceptable, and no one laughed or anything.
No one likes masculine and feminine clothing. That's the problem. It's
Yeah,
specific.
that it is. Yet
Women
back
have
in
worn
the
pants
day,
for longer.
right? And it's besides my great grandmother, who never liked any women wearing pants, she thought that was terrible. And I'm sure there was a time in our culture that was a don't do thing. But women have been dressing in masculine typical clothes for a long time. And they were just saying, because they were showing, that was part of what the documentary was about. And then they have, like, whenever you had a guy or an actor dressed, male dressed in more feminine, like, Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon with the Marilyn Monroe movie, Some Like It Hot, I believe is the name of that. I'm not 100% sure. That, and there's other movies where guys are dressed in women's clothing, and it's comical. And it was just interesting. I never thought of it that way, because I never thought of anything either way, because if you're wearing whatever, I don't know.
As Dirt always says, I can't wait till I can wear my ball gown to the grocery store on a Tuesday and no one thinks anything of
No one
it.
worries. Yeah. And why can't we do that? Yeah, right. Exactly. I know, again, Pollyanna, but, I'd rather be in Pollyanna world. Oh, boy, here comes the very heavy duty.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't ever check to see it, but I feel like
that's
if hair
so
dye
strong.
works this well, it can't
I wouldn't.
be
Yeah, I wouldn't put that on the dog. The Arctic fox, and I will double check on the Arrow, but I do believe the Arrow is
Judging
also,
by how it feels and dyes, I would bank that it is.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't put that on the.
And
on
yes,
the dog.
vegan versus non-vegan do dye very differently, and you work
Yeah.
great. Like how I was showing you, where I'm just taking this vegan dye and globbing it here and working down, whereas the other one I have to be very specific on starting on the bottom and not
And working your way. Yeah.
working my way up.
This one, it's cool. It's like a sippy cup, which is kind of scary, really. I think we mentioned that.
Science.
I think we mentioned that one other time when we were dyeing hair.
Well, speaking of science and some of the other stuff I post, it's fun on Facebook. I don't know if any of you that do follow me on Facebook, or if you want to.
I don't really go on there much.
I do post silly things a lot, but she will go on there and like all of my posts. And my favorite thing is when she laugh reacts to a post, I know for a fact
I don't get it.
she doesn't get, but she saw other people laugh reacting, so she wanted to.
So
be
I figured,
supportive mother.
So I just okay, haha. As well. I guess this is supposed to be funny.
I'm always like, you don't know what you're.
Yeah, I have no idea.
At.
I have no idea.
It makes me chuckle.
Yeah, I just wanted to show my support because I really don't go on Facebook very often or Instagram or TikTok. I'll go down the TikTok rabbit hole where I just watch for hours. But as far as like Facebook, I'm really truthfully, I maybe go on to Facebook 2 to 3 times a month. And I go on there for like maybe
to like all of my
5 minutes and then I'm off. I'm very rarely on Facebook, and that's why I feel bad because a lot of y'all have Facebook groups and things like that I don't really, if I do see them when I'm 15 minutes a month that I spend on Facebook, I'll try to hit and respond to as many as I see.
My Facebook is basically a bunch of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia groups.
What else is new?
A bunch of science groups and then science joke groups, and then I follow a weird amount of groups that just post pictures of trees. Oh, and also all my witchy things.
Yeah, gotta have that.
I also have one group that I post that posts the same pile of gravel every day. It's called Same Pile of Gravel every day.
What?
It posts the same pile. There's another one with Jeff Goldblum that posts the same picture of Jeff Goldblum every day. That's all they do. Just one group posts one picture every day forever. I'm sure it's automatic. It's hilarious.
Well, yeah, it's hilarious the second day.
Because I don't see it all the time, and every once in a while I was like, gravel.
Oh,
gravel
that's
pile.
true. Yeah.
Gravel.
So it's really literal. And Jeff Goldblum, of all people.
You could dislike him. I'm
so not a fan. I'm so not a fan.
He never acts. He's never acting. He is all of the roles he plays.
Yeah. No, he really, yeah. Yeah, he doesn't act. You're right. He doesn't. He just is. Mm-hmm. And that's the part I don't like is I don't really care for his pompous arrogance.
Right now I'm not really doing much, but I'm actually just realized I don't want to touch her bangs with this. Oh. So I'm currently making sure
cleaning off your gloves.
Intense spots because I can hide them back here where she can't see them.
Who cares about the back of your head? You don't see it, right?
I say it all the time.
All the time she says that.
It always makes Noah, who went to school for hairdressing, cringe when I say it.
Yeah. Like she goes, I don't care about the back of my head.
I don't see it. It's everyone else's problem.
Yeah. Don't look at it if you don't like it.
Although I did see a shirt that just kind of reminding me of that had on the back of it was just like a thank you for still being here message. So wherever you go, when you're standing in line or someone's behind you, they're looking at this nice message of like, I'm glad you're still here today.
Oh, that's nice.
Like, I might start doing that to some of my shirts.
Yeah.
Especially because like the front of it will just be like some either science joke or ridiculous thing I probably shouldn't be wearing around in public. Yeah. So the back of it can be like this. So like they'll be looking at this, oh nice, like, oh that's so
and
wonderful.
Then you turn around
and it's like,
oh man.
Can never be a heavy metal singer. It vibrates and tickles my throat.
Yeah. You might have polyps.
I definitely do.
Yeah, because I have polyps in my throat, so.
And my nodes probably run too hard.
Yeah. Your nodes.
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 Yeah, so her hair dyeing is going much quicker because, as you can see, I don't have to do it.
I don't have that much hair either.
You know what? I just realized we're going to do this.
Oh.
Because I don't know if I want to do the ends purple on that, like the dark purple, or if I want to have the light. I think the light highlights of just the top will look nice. So
yeah, the dark would blend in. The light, yeah, I follow you. I can't say it, but I follow you.
Pick up what you're putting down.
You picking it up?
I smell
pick up
what you're
this.
stepping in.
Yeah. Yeah, I almost stepped in that the other day. In the backyard. Yeah, our air is getting better.
Yes, we are currently at, I think it was 60-ish the last time I checked, which means that...
See, if I shave the side of my head, that's what I would have.
That's what... Oh, perfect. Now you're kind of seeing why I don't think you'll like it.
No.
right?
Yeah. No. Can you? All right. So I was considering. I know.
I'm so glad this moment's happening.
Okay.
YouTube world, I'm so glad this moment is happening.
Yeah.
Listen to what she wanted to do.
Okay. So I've been wanting to shave my head since I knew that was a possibility of an age, and then I thought, oh, I love seeing these people with the sides of their side shaved. Excuse me.
And some people look fantastic.
Well, yeah, they have a head of hair. I don't have a head of hair.
Like, Cece,
But
you look great
if
with
I
that
were
shape.
to shave the sides, that's what this would look like.
Mhm.
And it's no.
I don't want to touch my pigment shirt.
And that's if I shaved everything except my bangs.
Yep. You like it? You want to look like that?
No. I guess I'm
Like
stuck
I said,
with it. I'm gonna start wearing a wig.
some people really can pull up. It's like
Yeah, I
body
like
types.
when I see other people doing it.
I mean,
It looks
yeah, anybody
cool.
can do anything they want, but certain things suit certain people better.
Yeah, this does not suit me.
Like I think I look best
Unless
with
I did
multicolored
them in-
hair.
If I did them in pigtails and just had these little tiny thin pigtails, but then I'd be stuck with one hairstyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Sweet.
Never mind.
Thank you.
Off the list of things I want to do. Almost like some of the tattoos that has told me. But actually, of the ridiculous tattoos, in my opinion, that she told me she was going to do. Some of them she hasn't, but a lot of them she has.
Yep.
It's her body. So we're just going to do the Arctic. All right, so now we're just going to do the whole
I'm going to
top.
see, how just these pieces being just the one light color, so that in the back you're going to have a light,
On
a
top of
few
the dark.
light pieces in here, and then if it doesn't look good,
You could always dye
I'm
over
just
it.
going to put dye on it.
That works. So I hope we all are well and everything. We're just kind of chilling out today.
We were contemplating maybe trying to get live because we didn't do one. We're definitely going to go live Friday at 3.
We're going to try to
this Friday
do Fridays.
and continue to try to
Yeah,
do
we're going
that.
to really try to do that. It's tough because like she'll be like ready to go, I'm not, or I'll be ready to go. She's
We're opposite time frame people.
Yeah, I'm a morning brain functions best in the morning person.
And I'm a probably not wearing pants, dancing around in the kitchen with headphones in, eating string cheese or eating shredded cheese at 3 a.m. kind of person.
Yeah.
The headphones are so I don't wake up Craig.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be dancing and I'll be doing a move and I'll like take my headphone out and I'll do it again and be like, okay, that's not too loud. He wouldn't wake up.
I was going to
anyway.
say he probably wouldn't wake up anyway.
Late night me thinks that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. At least it's being considerate. Yeah.
Making up for when I was a horrible neighbor upstairs.
Oh my gosh, when you and Tony lived in the second floor
I have a wheelchair.
apartment,
So you're all around.
they had gotten the wheelchairs, and that's what they went around in that, and the people that lived underneath them were like,
We were all around.
and it was late, and they'd have people over. But that's what you get when you're in an apartment.
Yeah, and I
you
was a
know.
teenager.
Yeah, when you're in an apartment, you can't
You're a
always
teenager
choose.
until you're in like your mid 20s.
Yeah. Unless me, I was a mother at
You
20.
were still you were a teenage mother.
I was just a teenage mother, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
There's still some pink right here. So this spot's gonna actually look different.
That's all right.
I think that's the only spot I saw any color in here.
Yeah, no, this is the least amount of color that I've had.
Yeah, yesterday she wanted me to like chop it all off. She was talking about doing
Yeah.
like a short haircut.
Yeah, I was thinking
We
of
knew
doing
it was
a
time to
really
get
short-
some color in.
Yeah, I was
Someone
starting to-
spiraling.
Yeah, and then I'll be home with a pair of scissors by myself, and the next thing I know, whoops. I've done that before, too.
You mean me every time I cut my
Oh,
hair?
she cut her hair one time with a knife
I did.
instead of scissors.
I did it.
She
It was
literally-
with a buck knife on top of my head while it was in a ponytail, and that became the year of I got 99 hairs, but I can't cut one because I needed to let that grow back. It was not smart.
No.
The picture looks cool. I have the story to tell, but
But
I had
you had a
very
wild-
intense.
Chop.
Like it was some pieces were here and some pieces were here, so it took a little while to fix that.
Let it grow out. Oh,
But
I
that's
apologize.
part of what I do.
It's so relaxing getting your
Yeah.
hair done.
That's just part of who I am.
Yeah.
Like
well,
I remember, what was it? A few months ago, I was ready to potentially go to the hair salon. I have a few regulars that have a hair salon because I live so far from Christy, who was my original hairdresser that I
Yeah.
used to pay for hair cuts and dyes with animal bones and monster drawings. It was quite the barter.
The barter, yeah.
And I was like, you know what, maybe I will go to a hair salon. I'll have them actually cut my hair. I'll talk about what I'm trying to do so they can maybe do something. And then I couldn't sleep, so about 2:30 in the morning, I was in my bathroom chopping my hair off. It was great.
Many of us have been there in that situation where you just impulse control, or as Freud would say, the id takes over, you know. I got like a hair in my eye.
I'm just looking to see if this is Erin.
Oh. She's looking at her phone.
Okay.
That's rude.
I am looking at my phone to see if we have to give you a barking warning.
Oh.
If Erin stops, they're going to bark all
Yeah,
crazy.
that's true.
So I was
Bark
being considerate.
alert.
You sure you want me to
Bark
do your
alert.
full bangs?
Yeah, just go for it. You look crappy. Purple bangs. Which actually purple's not a good color. It's sad getting old. I was really looking like all the wrinkles and all
Do
this
we need
that's
to
happening.
rewatch Chad Michaels?
I know. I love
should
that
rewatch
video.
that.
We
So
should.
anybody that doesn't understand that comment,
Look at how
the
much
best $75 I have ever spent in my entire life was on a Cameo, where you get like a little paragraph and you pick a person. Some people are cheaper than others. Chad Michaels are worth every penny.
Oh yeah.
And you tell them a tiny bit
Chad
about the person that you're doing it for. And you really, I bring up the tiny bit because I'm talking like, I was going to be like, this is for my mom. Her and I have a pride-related business together. She's feeling old because she tried to get into drag makeup and her wrinkly face is hard to do it.
Yeah,
That
I
was
was
basically
so
all I was able to put
disappointed.
out.
Yeah.
Chad Michaels. And now she shows up at my house, no idea what's going on, other than the fact that I told her, look fabulous, and we're filming.
Yeah, so I did my best in drag makeup.
And it had to do with Chad Michaels.
Yeah.
But she thinks probably,
No, just a
I found a
video.
cool video,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. So she sits on the couch, looks at the TV. It's big Chad Michaels right there, paused, ready for her to come in. And I was like, are you ready for this? And now I'm filming her as she's watching this.
Yeah.
Which we'll have to find that and try to figure out how to share
I
it.
have it somewhere in the
And
thing, yeah.
I push play and it goes, hey, Mama G! And she lost it.
Lost it.
But-
speechless. Me,
Oh,
speechless.
They did such a good job on what they brought
Oh.
up, and they at one point
I just
was like,
love
"You think you're
Chad.
having trouble? There's this eyelash.
I have
Like,
this eyelash. Oh my God, yeah.
just
and not being
so-
able to go to Botox. It was the beginning of the COVID, so he was like, oh, they
Yeah.
were. I think he refers to himself
I
as
think he is. Yes.
Yeah. But if you don't know who Chad Michaels is, he's a wonderful drag queen who is mostly famous for looking like Cher Biatch. And yeah, I just love Chad Michaels. I have a Chad. I think I wore my Chad Michaels shirt the other day.
Sure you
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, I have a lot of shirts that have pictures of different drag queens.
I watch some of them sometimes. Like on this show I was watching, it was kind of cute, but the one main character, they were very feminine, masculine kind, and at one point puts on drag clothes to try to make themselves feel better, and these lashes came out like this and were about this long, and
Oh,
like they're
my.
blinking. I'm like, I mean, it's such an amazing
How did you
talent
do
in
that?
general, but
Yeah.
like, I had those fake eyelashes on once, and I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, they're not,
How do I
and they
open my eye?
stack them. They
Yeah, like
they'll stack like 3, 4, even
just
6
such
lashes.
Yeah, it's a talent to do all of the work,
Yeah.
to make all the costumes, but
But
it's
to
also a
stay
talent
in
to
it.
be in it.
Yeah,
Like all around.
even
it's-
the wigs, there's
Yeah.
2, 3 wigs stacked.
wigs get like when you see those big things, that's a big heavy thing
Yeah,
that they
it's
have secured
huge.
to their head while
Yeah.
they're dancing around like a fabulous.
Crazy.
I just
Yeah,
I,
no.
I admire it. I
So
admire
much.
any makeup artist, like even those like special effects makeup
Yeah.
artists. Like there's one woman that paints her face, and one time she was painting her face and it looked like she was looking at you, and then she opens her eyes and she
Wow.
actually had made the side of her face look like the front of her face.
To be able to make that 3-dimensional and a 1-dimensional.
Hear me out, on any platform, low cost cosplay. This human, he's the one I show you, and then he'll be like, delicious. This
Yeah.
human does makeup to look crazy, and like he'll use things like one time he had a bunch of chili peppers, and then next thing you know, he's got all the chili peppers and he looks like an anime character.
Yeah.
And it will be like him with a little bit of what he's using, halfway there, full cosplay, what he's doing. Like one time he had an image where he was turned around and he painted his back. Still don't know how that happens. Like, someone has to help him. And
true. Yeah.
the mirror with the front of him was the second half of the picture.
Wow.
So the back and front made a whole scene. So low-cost cosplay.
Low-cost cosplay.
I recommend it highly.
And what platform is that?
I have him on Instagram and on YouTube. I'm almost positive
so
he
he's
also
probably
has a TikTok.
TikTok also.
He's
then.
gotten very big. Like, people have probably seen him without even realizing you've seen him. Yeah.
You know what I realized? I was on Mr. Ballin, who's another one of our favorite storytellers.
Dark and mysterious.
His merch, what he has left of his merch, is 50% off. So I was like, let me go back on there and see what he's got available. And he has a shirt that says established 2020. And I knew he wasn't around that long, but I didn't realize that he's only been around doing this since 2020. And he is huge. I mean, Amazon just picked him up. He's got an exclusive with Amazon now for his podcasts. And I don't know why I said that. But I guess maybe because you said that how popular. Like, some people just are so good they get out there, and then people like us share them and tell everybody.
It takes the right moment.
Yeah. So should I turn around so we could see the hair?
Da-da-da-da-da. You might want to stand up because all they can see is the back of your head. See? So you got to see those tiny, tiny little specks of light that come through. That's just a little bit of the top, just to add ever so slight a dimension to the bottom. You won't notice too much the light versus this because the colors are kind of similar. But yeah.
Cool.
And there we have it.
I look awesome. Oh, yes. Let me show you my shirt.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of things she doesn't get.
I don't get things.
Didn't know what the shirt had to do with when they first got it.
For my homies, a little kitty cat with the do-rag and pouring out the milk.
Bandana.
A bandana. Well,
they're much different things.
Okay.
It's fine. There's teachable moments.
No, that's it.
So they didn't realize that was something you would do as
I just thought it was cute.
Sip for me, and then you pour one out for your fallen homies.
Yeah.
So it's a honorary thing to
makes sense. Yeah, so I just thought the cat was cute.
But yeah, I love the long line of, you don't really get it, but
I don't get it, but I like
it. You're here for the ride.
I'm here for the ride. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
So this was a little bit of a random video.
Yeah.
We didn't really have much planned, just a couple random stories you might want to tell. But yeah, it just seems... Oh yeah, I was going to check all that. It
holiday.
Just seems like...
you call that a holiday if you miss a spot.
I don't know why. We should look that up.
You don't know why they call it a holiday. If you know, leave it in the comments.
Yes.
All y'all hairdressers out there. Because I know we have a few people that are hairdressers, so...
They must love
watching
my tactics. I know
cringe.
I can do the whole foil thing.
Yeah.
I know all those steps, but it works doing it this way.
Yeah,
so why make it more complicated?
It's just my head, and there's not much hair, so it's cringe.
Yes. Sweet. Well,
cool.
I'm gonna do by better lighting and make sure all this is done. Yeah. But I think it's gonna look good.
That'll be fun. All right. We will see you soon. Have a yarnalicious day, craftalicious day, a dialicious day. Ooh,
Nothing matters
dialicious.
Anyway.
So have a yarnalicious day. Bye-bye for now.